Do you believe in faith? Do you believe there's a reason why you be certain place, certain time, certain period, and this right one? I hate to tell you this, but every single one of you that are here today, you're now the chosen one. Because let me tell you, what you're about to hear and what I'm about to say, if you've been hoping or dreaming or been praying or been looking, and you're here today, there's a reason. Maggie shared with you a story about me. Yes, about 15 years ago, my husband died unexpectedly and left me with 3 kids, a 1-year-old and a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us could think we have everything in our hands. We could be on the top of the wood in 1 minute, and the next minute, let me tell you, you and I could be homeless just like anybody else. It turns on a dime on you. Well, when he died unexpectedly, there was no life insurance. So next thing you know, immediately I had to move out with a 1-year-old and a 15-year-old carrying a basket trying to find a place to live. Lived in a beautiful home, open staircase, marble and everything. I invested all my money in the business that him and I had in Great Falls. That went down under as well. So what I'm trying to tell you that, so where you are today, that could change on a dime. But I also believe, never let where you are today define who you can become. That's why I want to pay back and give back. And the reason I got into the financial was very simple. I wanted to educate women and minority about money, about finance, because I felt that there was a lack of that education. And sure enough, I'm proud to say today my firm, 80% of my teams of 4,000 associates spread across the nations are women's minorities. And I want to continue to thrive in that. So again, I want to congratulate. But before I do that, I want to start having something fun. So how many of you think you need a little vacation getaway? Tell me if you need a vacation getaway. So what if today I give you 6 days, 5 nights opportunity to win a trip to Cancun, Mexico, hotel room on me. You have 18 months to do it. It's not a timeshare. You don't have to listen to any of that. So here's 2 catches. The first catch is that you're gonna have to pay for the hotel taxes. It's like 19 bucks, 70 cents a day, okay? And then the second thing is you have 18 months to book it. Get transportation there. If you don't like Cancun, I'm going to give a trip away in the U.S. as well. So, it's for like Orlando or Myrtle Beach, some of those places where you can basically go in and guess what? Get a family in a car and drive down and take a nice free trip hotel on me. Does that sound good? Yeah. You know what? Tia, I tell you what, I'm going to do something special. First of all, I want to congratulate Tia and Michelle for putting this on, you guys. Tia, I have never done this before, but I'm going to go ahead and do it today for you, just because of you. Every single person in here, if they fill out this card and they contact my team, I'm going to give them a free trip. So I'm never going to do a raffle. I originally was only going to do 4 raffles, but because you guys seem to like such an awesome group, you fill out, and then they are in the U.S. and Puerto Rico, and actually there's Cancun, Mexico, Puerto Vallarta. So there's a lot of places that you guys can pick. So it's my gift to you guys. Sounds fair? All right. Okay. One of the things, if anything, walk out today, you guys. This book, it's called The Power of Zero. And the power of zero is where the rich knows how to play the games with money, where they invest money, where they do things. And I tell you, from this book, The Power of Zero, that I've learned about financial investment and retirement and things like that. See, one of the things, I'm going to play a game right now, and you watch this, because one of the things that my team does is we do financial education, right? So all of you guys, out there, you want to learn a little bit about money, right? So I'm going to teach you a little bit of fun money stuff. Stand up for a minute. Everybody stand up, right? So we're going to play games, a series of questions I'm going to ask you, and the objective of the game is that you're supposed to remain standing, okay? So I'm going to ask you 4 or 5 questions. All right, so every single one of you today, you believe one day you're going to grow old, right? And as you grow old and things like that, things happen, and you believe that you're going to probably need some kind of money, whether it's a retirement pension from the veterans, from the government, or from anywhere else, or whether you work for a company, have retirement plans. So here's my first question. If you do believe in retirement, that you need to start saving, and you do have today some kind of retirement, whether it's a TSP, a 401k, an IRA, or some kind of retirement, remain standing. Now, checking and saving is not a retirement account, okay? So if you don't have one, please sit down. Thank you for being honest. Next, for those of you who do have a retirement, you saw what happened last Friday? The market lost 600 points. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that people have made gain for the past year have lost it all and more. I also believe in, guess what? I believe in the market is going to take even more of your money very soon. Ladies, if you have lost at least one dime in whatever retirement fund that you have within the last 6 months, sit down, please. If your account, investment, whatever you put in, have lost money, if you have a 401k, the market lost money last, you sit down, please. No. Unless you happen to guarantee fixed, where is it? Okay, now, beautiful. So some of you guys, you get scared. So you put in guarantee fixed, but guess what that does? It doesn't make you the gain when the market goes up, right? So what's happening is that you're sacrificing return because of the safety principle. Is that wise? What happens if the market goes back up? You have no chance to play in the game of the market upside. But at least you're protected. You ready? Next question. That retirement plan of yours, let's say one day you go to your employer and said, hey, I'm 65, I need to retire, can I have my money? That account of yours today, can it give you a promise of guaranteed stream of income of every single year you'll never run out for the rest of your life? If you have that, remain standing. If not, please sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, what did I say the objective of the game? You're supposed to remain standing. And the reason I was fortunate enough to be featured in Forbes, I have radio shows, TV shows, I educate across, because did you know there are financial products available that teaches you that? This is not a place or time where I can teach you all that. It has to be something separately. But imagine, what if I can teach you there's an account where you can have all the upside gain when the stock market performs, and when the market goes down, you don't lose a dime, and the account itself gives you a guaranteed promise. What did I just say? A guaranteed promise, a stream of income where you never ever outlive it, and God forbid, if you ever get sick on me, that money doubles. Don't you? I know, isn't that curious, huh? I know people said, oh, wow, I can't believe this. Believe me, sounds too good to be true, huh? I've sat across CEO, CFO, human resource specialists across the country, and every company I sat with, I walked in there. By the time I walk out, 8 out of 10 said, Ms. Liu, we need to continue to have this conversation. So these are the kind of things that you need to be aware of. When it comes to your money, guys, in your portfolio, you better look at 3 things. 3 things can happen to you and I. The very, very first thing is this, is that one day you and I are going to kick the bucket. And if we do kick the bucket, we have a mom, we have kids, we have families. Don't you want to leave that, at least a legacy for your family? I find that in the minority communities, a lot of time when these things happen, guess what? GoFundMe, or you pass the hat around, because that's the way of life. All day long. I find in the military, my son, by the way, is in the Army as well. So he finished 8 years. Thank you for your service. I love the military. And again, I find the military, folks, they work hard and dedicate the whole time, and yet the financial stuff they're being taught are not even anywhere near. So if something happened to you, you want to leave a legacy, right? Because tax-free death, the rich knows how to play that game. Why don't we play that game? Why? Is it because we don't know, or is it we don't want to, or because we don't love our loved one? I tell you something, If something happened to me or Maggie, I know she wants our bones to be worth millions to somebody. That's how you leave your generation to be ahead of the rest of the generation. That's how your family gets ahead. Guys, others know how to do it. Why not? Let's give our family a fair shot. So, protection. I strongly believe in that. Don't let it happen to what it happened to me, guys, ladies. Second, okay, so we live a long, long time. You live into 80s, 90s. Tia mom is 96 years old. Her great-grandmother, I've got an article that she's passed away at 113 years old. Huh? Oh, 117? I stand to be corrected. She lives to be 117 years old. Ladies, guys, healthcare gotten so much better in advance that we're living longer. And the problem when you live longer is you don't have enough money to last your lifetime. So guess what? When it comes to your retirement stuff, you want to make sure something that protects your money today and gives you money for life, right? That you never ever have to worry another day in your life. The third components, okay, so you live a long time, you leave a legacy. At the same time, in between living too long and dying too soon, what could happen to you and I? Do any of you have heard of someone having cancer? Heart attack, strokes, Alzheimer, dementia, diabetes. Guess what? Those are called sickness. And they are going to hit you and I. We just don't know when, but that day will come. What if that day will come and you can't go to work, or you can drive a car, right? Some bad driver hits you and you get hurt really bad, and you can't go to work, and you're the sole provider. What if you had an account that gives you money right now for you to use for the rest of your life that you never have to worry about? Because part of your financial planning should have those three things. And if you don't, you need to take a serious look at it. So I believe in that. And last but not least, you know what? I love to bring the best out of people. My team today, you know, I brought opportunities to folks where they can come and they can learn. I have, you know, helped train many folks and mentor a lot of folks that could transitioning, retiring from another field into this field. I'm always looking for good speaker. Some of you guys, you know, I've learned so much from your story this morning, Sharon, and all of you guys motivate me in so many ways. So, you know, again, in the aspect of, you know, I'm teaching and I'm looking for good people to come on board so that I can teach them to teach other. You know, I do a lot of education, TV, radio show, like Maggie have, across the nations. We speak in front of hundreds and hundreds of folks. For those of you guys who's looking to enter one of the most prestigious career and well-paid, you know, talk to me, you know, and I would love to have that candid conversation with you. But also, a lot of you guys have services that I would love, the SBA, you know, minority-owned business things, and the transitioning team. I think every single one of you today have something that I'm looking for, 8A certified, so I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And you know what? I leave you with this last one quote, and I hold this dear to my heart because I love this quote by Althea Gibson, and it says, "I've always wanted to be somebody. If I made it, it's half because I was game enough to take a lot of punishment along the way, and half because there was a lot of people there to help me." So in life, I believe that in life, that's what we need, both of them. So I'll see you guys at the top, and my table's over there if you want to get my card. Thank you.
We're now going to talk with Yetti Esatu. She is founder and CEO of Yetti Financial, LLC. She has over 25 years of experience in business and financial services. As a proud mother of 2 sons, she is especially interested in helping families learn ways to pave a path toward financial security, and is an advocate for teaching financial literacy around the nation. In 2018, Yetti received awards from the Governor and Secretary of State of Maryland, the Prince George's County Executive, and the Anne Arundel County Executive for educating others on how money works. She is also the recipient of the Deborah C. Alford Bolgen Foundation Award for Women of Virtue Walking in Excellence. Yetti has also been featured on local television, The Voice of America, plus Oprah and Entrepreneurs magazines. Please welcome my friend and a financial whiz too, Miss Yetti Esatu.
Good afternoon, powerful women. It is such an honor to speak to all of you here today. Women of Good Works, Tia and Michelle, thank you so much for giving me the amazing opportunity to share my life experience with you all today. My name is Yetti Esatu. I'm the founder and CEO of Yetti Financial LLC. I'm originally from Ethiopia and came to the United States of America in 1987. I came from a family, culture, and background that was focused on many positive and traditional things in life. My family's willingness to connect, understand, and help others has influenced me to become who I am today. There were so many things that came in my mind when I first came to the US. I was very young when I came to this country and had never been independent in my life. But my thoughts were the greatest power to change my personal and professional life as I grew up here. To me, the greatest success I have achieved is to say no to the things that I don't want and to the things that I don't deserve. The word no is a powerful word in preventing anyone holding you back in many negative ways. I demanded the best to myself in order to become what I dreamed of. I learned to become more independent by resisting my life and making change. The real empowerment comes when every single person leaving this room and make a decision that betters themselves. Understanding your thoughts are the true power of independence. Don't let your thoughts and emotion take power over your life. Make yourself strong all the time so that nothing can move or shake you when people in your network can make you mad or irritated. I was a victim of negative action and energy by immediate families, spouse, and close friends. They've done so many things to drag me down and me and my children to fall. But I have never let negative energy distract me and destroys my dreams. As a single mother and a hardworking woman, I always dream big for me and my two boys. For me, dreaming big was helping others in a very positive way. And I have gone through challenges that could put me in a very serious financial hardship and failures. But what makes my situation different is being a single mother with two boys provided me with the authentic power to control my thoughts. I cannot let my children fail because of others' negativity. Therefore, I shifted the entire negative energy by using my authentic power to positive and move forward with action that will put me in a position where I deserve to be. It is very exciting to receive an award, like being on a magazine such as Oprah and Entrepreneurs. But the true award is the number of lives I am able to touch and positively impacted. The different communication outlets that I have been on, like televisions, radio, magazines, Facebook, YouTube, etc. Those messages stem from how my mother's raised me, and I'm sorry. How my mother's raised me and my father's strong encouragement. Those messages come from some of the challenges that I went through Just to mention some of the challenges that I've gone through, dealing with the court cases for sending my boys to a very prestigious religious private school. Establishing an auto shop for my older brother in Alexandria, Virginia, that turned out to be so negative that a human mind could not even imagine. Helping many people, changing their life in many ways, like going to school without them taking out a loan, helping them finding a job. All these things and others turned out to be a wound. But with God's grace, I was able to shift into a positive outcome. It is very hard. Thank you. It's very hard for most people to continue helping others when faced with challenges like the one I mentioned above. But to this day, I still continue to help others despite the challenges faced, because helping others is calling by God, to me, calling by God. The moment you figure out what you are supposed to be doing with your life, take action right away and keep that dream in mind while faced any challenge along the way, because that helped me a lot. The way through challenge is to get still and ask yourself, what's the next right move? Don't tell yourself that I cannot do it and I don't know how to get out of this problem. The right action is to ask yourself, what is the right next move from here on? Don't be overwhelmed by it, because you know your life is much bigger and brighter than what it is right now. Appreciate everything in every moment. Have affirmation on what you want to achieve in life. Figure out your true potential. Work on aligning your personality and gifts that God gave you. Fill yourself up and make sure your cups are full. And if your cup is overflow, make sure to offer the extra to others. I've paid attention to my life, reflecting on the following. I said, where is my life now? What do I need to do next? How can I grow myself to become the best version of myself? While reflections give you wisdom and turn your own wounds into wisdom. Whether you may or you may not wounded many times in life, take failures and mistakes as wounds in life to remind yourself, shift your way into something positively different, because you are the master of your life and the captain of your soul. Take charge in your life, take charge of your destiny. Make choices based on what you feel the next right move for you, not what others feel or think. Also, reflect on your legacy that you want to have in your society. Legacy has different meanings to everyone. To me, a legacy is every person that I have touched and contributed to. I do many community services without being a nonprofit organization. Legacy can be different definition for many people. Make sure you give back to others. Being a light for others kept me going in life. I use my works as an expression of my own heart. With that being said, you may want to know what kind of action Yetti Esatu took to get to where she's at now. I reviewed all the things that generated negative energy in my life. I disconnect myself from people that are holding me back from succeeding in life. I start connecting with positive people that I know that they know more than I do, and learned from them. My friend Maggie, Shirley, Tia, and Michelle, and the rest of you that really left something in my heart, in my mind today. Those are the kind of people that I'm associating lately, so I better my life in many ways. I hired a business coach to learn how to do my real estate and financial services business in a very successful way. I started sharing what worked for me to others and impacting many people's lives. Today, I feel good about myself. My first son, Abel, graduated from Fork Union Military Academy and is a college sophomore student at VCU. My second son, Robel, is in 10th grade at Fork Union Military Academy. I have met many people through my business that I can count on as a friend, family member, just like Shirley, Maggie, Tia, and Michelle. I really, truly count you as my family members. I just want you to know that. I have coached many people on how to become independent individual and professional entrepreneurs. I have made many people financially free through the tax-free retirement plan that will pay out lifetime. Today, I'm educating the public about products that matches for every $1, $3. Many of you may be excited about the 50 cents for every $1 that you're contributing, to your company 401k. You may be excited, but I just want you to know that there is a product and a bank and a company that really matches for every $1, $3. And you will end up getting a tax-free, 100% tax-free retirement for lifetime. So, if there's anybody here that would like to make a decision in changing your life, either on internship situation program or would like to become an entrepreneur in the real estate profession or financial service industry, feel free. I'm your sister. I'm here to give back at no cost. Whatever I have is yours. I just want you to know that. So let's just help each other. Life is too short, and help each other and empower each other. Remember, you do not get what you wish for. You get what you truly believe in, because that belief is God's dream for you. And thank you so much for listening. Sorry for crying. I got emotional.